Uh-oh.
Like we have to talk every time we have some business with him. No, this way.
What happened?
He got, they recommended thinking for a change, anger management. State has offered a 1 year.
Okay, pause. What you're hearing right now is the court offering what's called a deferred adjudication. Basically a get-out-of-jail-free card if the conditions are met. But here's the catch. One more mistake, and that deal disappears like smoke in the wind.
Deferred with the appropriate conditions that go with that. They would also help him find shelter during this time. His father is here present. His father came from overseas just to help address what was going on. They visited yesterday.
Nice. Where's Dad?
Dad is right here at the front right
Come up,
here.
Dad. Come on. He's on bond for reckless driving. We ordered him, hey, no more reckless driving, please. Just think about the community. Don't endanger the community. Picks up an evading in a motor vehicle. Third-degree felony, looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. He gets out. Then he picks up, in October, a terroristic threat. Gets out again. And then now picks up another terroristic threat the same month. So it's what we ask you to do. It goes
4 cases later and the same promise every time. I've changed. Let's be real. At what point does hope become delusion? Do you think the judge should still believe him? Let me know in the comments.
in one ear and it goes out the other ear. And the problem is now you're stuck because the bonds are high. Your dad is here, which is great because it shows support. But the problem is, if I let you out, are you going to pick up a 5th case?
No, sir.
Well, I know you're going to say no. You said that the first 4 times. The only way I really get to know you is how you look on paper, because that tells me who you are. When you tell me something, for me now it goes in one ear and it goes out the other, because I know you're going to tell me what I want to hear. It's little bunnies jumping in the woods, gumdrops and rainbows. But when you get out there, you turn into a different person. And it's not fair to everybody else who complies and the potential danger to everyone. We're not asking for much. I'm just asking you to be safe. Don't do anything. Think before you act. I've repeatedly told you that. So
The judge is now suggesting a TR evaluation, short for treatment referral. This isn't just a formality. It could determine whether the accused needs mental health support or if he's gaming the system. Big pivot moment here.
I get that you feel like, and you look but are we really supposed to keep doing this? So who is the first terroristic threat?
The first terroristic threat was brother.
Who's the second one?
Second one is a manager at a gym.
Here's what I would like to do. I would like to have him TRAS to see how we go forward, because I just don't know. A TRAS is an evaluation where we have clinicians talk to him and see, they ask him all kinds of questions about his life, about his history, any drug history, living situation they ask, and they determine that, okay, this person may need treatment, this person may not need as intensive in treatment to where he can be on the outside and doing it. I don't know how to go forward, but it scares me because I don't want him to pick up a 5th case. I don't know what he's doing in life. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
How do I know that? You're headed nowhere quick. And we don't want to see that. We don't want you to end up as a statistic. Sure.
I've been trying very, very hard to get a startup in sales, because I want to do sales. That's the best way for me to go without having a degree, because I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and so doing independent contractor work, it allows me to be able to make money, on my own time, and then invest into what I want to invest into on the side, because I don't believe that working a job for the rest of my life is the way for me to live my life. And I agree with you that I keep on catching cases, but it's not because I want to start trouble. It's just because I have too much time on my hands, and the things that I want to get started, I haven't gotten started yet because I procrastinate a lot. I know that I do that, but it's not because I can't control.
This part is heartbreaking. He's not just facing the court. He's out of options with his own family. Burned bridges, no home, no support. How does someone rebuild when even blood relatives say no more?
Myself, I have a lot of self-control, and if you let me be free, it's
Terroristic
not.
threat says the otherwise. A terroristic threat says that when you get angry, you pop off and you have no self-control and you start throwing out threats, right? Without, that says no self-control.
Well, I would say, Judge, on that one, just, this is at a gym, but there was also a basketball game that had just happened. So it's important, and the reason why I brought up the evidence, because, there's two sides of the story. And so I just needed to verify.
I always, right.
Right,
There's
we
always
understand that.
two
I just want him
sides.
to know that, we're advocating for him as well, that we are doing the investigation, and I worry that if he just signs to get out, that it puts him in a cyclical sort of situation, one, and two, that he's only doing it just because he doesn't want to get out. And that's why I'm addressing the bonds.
I'm not going to take it.
And that's why I was addressing the bonds, because, and this is not even a guarantee that father is going to pay the bonds. This is just to,
Let me ask you this. If we let you out, where are you going to go? Where do you have to go?
My mom, she'll let me stay back at the house. I know that if she doesn't let me stay at the house, then I'll find a place to stay. But
I'm not letting you out to the street. They'll eat you alive.
well, I was
The only
staying my-
way that I wouldn't think-
I have family on the outside.
But if they're not going to take you,
That's not
It's a
fair
problem.
to have me in jail because I had a place to stay and now I don't because I was in jail. Being in jail is not the place for me. The only way to elevate my life is
4 different chances, Mr. Jenkins.
I wasn't in jail before those chances. I've been in jail now, so I understand my consequences more. That's what jail is for, to learn your lesson.
You live across the country, or
I've been living in Europe for the last 6 months. So I took an assignment in Europe.
who else? Is there anyone here that's willing to take Mr. Jenkins in?
Well, he's crossing the bridge with everyone in the family.
He's burned it. God dog it. You know, it's never good to burn a bridge because you never know when you need to cross it. When you act like an a-hole to everybody and you shut everybody out, this is the exact example of why you don't do that. I would consider if you had a place to go, because I'm telling you now, I'm not letting you out to the street. If you have nowhere to go, then that's set you
Find a place
up.
to go, but I can't find a place to go if I'm in jail. I have nobody to call in jail. Nobody answers my phone when I'm in jail.
This is where it gets real. The medication issue is huge. Judges see this all the time. A defendant takes meds, improves, then stops, boom, relapse. If untreated mental illness is in play, that's not just a legal risk, that's a public safety risk.
If I stay in jail, that's going to be my life forever. It's going to be a kid that had a chance in life to a kid that has a life in jail now because of a few mistakes that I know not to make anymore.
Let this be a lesson.
If I'm able to go through the back, Judge, and find some kind of social program, and work that way and provide evidence to the court that they can house him.
My parents will help me find a homeless shelter. They'll help me find a homeless shelter to stay at. Like they did that before.
I just don't want to plea in.
Really?
He burned every bridge. He has I have 6 boys, and he's number 5. His auntie, his grandmother. I mean, he shoot everybody's bad. So
I've stayed in the homeless shelter before, and I've done well in the homeless shelter. I was able to take care of myself and function into homeless shelter, and they helped me. They helped me find the homeless shelter, so I can find a place to live. But if I'm in jail, my life gets worse. And
I know you're desperate to get out, but I don't understand what could have been so bad that you burned so many bridges with damn near everybody in your family. What the hell happened, man?
I started.
You know?
Just reflect on that. Don't answer.
I mean,
I believe that evaluation would be great. He was evaluated before, and he was medicated, but he refused to take his medication.
that's big. You know, the problem is, Mr. Jenkins, is that we get a lot of people here that they're supposed to take medication, right? And they start to take it, and things go great. The problem is that things do go great when you take your medication. And a lot of people say, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I'm doing great. And when they stop taking it, everything turns right back into shice. You know, that's the problem. When you're taking your medication, things go great.
So here we are, multiple chances given, bridges burned. But maybe, just maybe, one last path through Job Corps and therapy. But here's the million-dollar question. Will he actually take it? Stick around. The outcome might surprise you.
You must continue to take it.
Can I say something? The medication.
We're not talking about the cases.
I know, I'm talking about the medications. The medications, they were making me drowsy. So I was in process of getting on new medications that were uppers and not downers because at the time I didn't have a car. So I was going through a lot more shit. So it was the same position I'm going to be in now. So I know that's not a good argument. But finding a medication that has me up instead of down so that I can function and find a job and make money. Because really, it's not, but my life is bad and I'm going through what I'm going through because I'm not where I want to be in life. I don't have any money and I can't take care of myself because of that. So that causes a lot of mental illness. That's what you can call it, mental illness, but it's really just going through life and having stress going through life. That's the problem I'm dealing with, not having any money. So once I have money, you'll see a completely change. It'll be like I'm on the best medication ever once I have money.
Do you think that me just letting you out, poof, you're going to get money?
I'm not saying that, but I can show you by going to the therapies and the classes that I'm doing better, and then I'm trying to elevate my life to a point where I can take care of myself and I don't have to depend on anybody in my family. And then you'll see that poof change once I'm in a position where I can take care of myself. I can promise you that you'll see that poof change as soon as I can take care of myself because I have money now.
We took the assessment for Monday.
Great. I'd like to do a TRAS to see how we go forward because I don't know. But I'm going to tell you now, I'm not letting you just out to the street. So, do you mind?
I will research through the program.
No. But also, perhaps if you can try to make a good faith effort to reach out to the family, see if anyone. I'm happy to talk to them too to try to help convince to see if they'll.
We speak extensively, but yes, sir.
So we're talking to have him sent to Job Corps. So there's a Job Corps at St. Marcus that he qualifies for because he doesn't have any felony. So he can go to Job Corps, learn a trade, and stay up there if he's willing to do that.
Problem is that is he going to do it?
Right.
Yes, sir. I will do it though. I'm very
If you're in
willing.
jail, everybody will say anything just to get out of jail. And then when you get out there, though, what's really going to happen?
I don't have a car, so I need to find a way to support myself. So any job right now is a good opportunity for me because I have to save up to get a car to take care of myself.
Mr. Jenkins, where is Job Corps? Is it just in San Marcos? There's nothing
That's
here?
some other ones. But that's the closest one.
Because what I'm thinking is that we could probably do something to try to resolve these cases and perhaps make that a condition that he does Job Corps.
Is it possible that the court could order that as a, well, I'll discuss it whenever we.
Right. I would say that we do it as part of perhaps some kind of global agreement where, first have him TRAS, let's see what they say, and then perhaps we make it a condition that he does Job Corps. If it's in San Marcos, I have an issue because I don't know how we can supervise it, right? But if there's something here, that would be great.
I'll just lay
Or something closer.
we prefer the reason I 12 months so we get here.
Can you try
Last
that?
week, not the last week.
First have them TRAS'd.
Sure.
See what they say. Come back on Monday or probably Tuesday or Wednesday. This is because we got to give it a couple days.
You need a drug test too? A drug test?
He'll be clean now. He's been in custody.
However, Mr. Jenkins was asking me about a time served. And so he has 2 months of credit since he's been in, I guess, totaling the previous attorney that was on the case and then my time with him. And then.
Time served just to get out, right?
But time
Yes or
served
no?
because
Yes or no?
Just to get out. Just to get out.
I don't just want to get out. I feel like I learned my lesson. When I committed the crime at first, I didn't know that I would be charged with anything. I didn't know that I would be sitting in jail, but now I know that I have consequences for my actions, I can go about my life differently. I feel like I learned my lesson.
So why not probation? Probation, if you complete it.
Deferred.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like
Well, I would be-
Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it, you don't have a conviction.